All right, now 1 second ago, 2 minutes ago, you told me like the craziest, wackiest, most fun car story I think I've ever heard. And you ripped me off. You cloned me a little bit when you negotiated with the car, didn't you?
I did. As a matter of fact, I had read your experiences negotiating for a car, and I just stole them blindly.
Right.
And it worked
All
out.
right. So you picked these guys' pocket. Walk me down memory lane one more time.
Well, I don't want them to know I did this, but they probably won't watch this. What happened was I was trying to buy a car for my kids, and I'd been looking at used cars, and wasn't really happy that I understood used cars and I wouldn't buy one that would be a lemon. And so I decided, well, I'm going to buy an inexpensive used car, and one of the new car. One of the inexpensive new cars that has a great reputation is Toyota Camry.
Right.
And so this was in 17, a few months ago, end of the model year, and I had seen some advertisements for $3,000 off. And so one day my son and I were driving by a Toyota dealer, and pull in, and I go up and talk to this guy, and he's starts talking to me about the Camry and tells me the price is $22,000. I said, well, is that with the $3,000? And he said, yes. And so one of the things that you had done was that I would never have thought to do in a million years is I praised him on his price. And I said, oh, that is just extremely generous price, but there's no way I can do that. I'm just so sorry. I feel embarrassed about this, but I can't do that.
All right.
And so he went back into the back room and thought about it a little bit and came back out and he said, well, can you do 21? And I looked at him and I said, this is getting really embarrassing because 21 is a fantastic price. That's a tremendous car. And I'm thinking to myself, why does this work? Why am I praising him on his price when I'm trying to get him to go lower? But it works. And
You're getting an Academy Award at this point in time for the acting job that you're putting on for praising this guy, right?
yeah. So I said, that's a great price, but again, I said you're super generous, but I just can't go there. I said, well, what can you do?
What kind of a look did this guy get on his face when you're saying this?
He was just very curious and kind of like a little bit uncomfortable.
But taken aback, like not uncomfortable in a bad way, he just didn't know what to do with himself?
Yeah, it became clear to me that in some weird way, he and I were working together, and maybe he wasn't getting exactly what he wanted, but he did want to keep the deal moving, and
right.
So
you keep the hustle going, you keep it going.
Yeah. So he said, what are you willing to pay? And I said, again, this is embarrassing, but I was thinking, $17,000. And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I don't think I can't go that low. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, I'm asking a lot. And I said, I wouldn't expect you to go that low. So he leaves the room again and he comes back and he goes, well, look, I'll do 17.8. And at that point, I was just thinking, this is unbelievable. And I said, well, I said, the only thing is, he says, if we do 17.8, we have a deal? And I said, well, the only thing is that my budget included winter mats.
All right.
And so he looked at me like I was crazy, and he goes, all right, you got a deal.
Well done. And so afterwards you checked, you double checked with him a little bit afterwards, and you got the impression that like you took everything that was on the table, right?
Yeah, well, the next day I went in to pick up the car, and I was talking to his associate, and I was walking out, and I was kind of curious, and I said, did I leave any money on the table with that deal? And he kind of looked at me and scoffed, and he said, no, you got a great deal.
Well done. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing it.